Thanks for coming back to another video on the Final Days channel. Today is November 13th, 2021. This is just a quick video. I wanted to share something that I found this morning really interesting on the FAA weather cameras. Now, these atmospheric chemicals that you're looking at were on the FAA camera in Bathurst, New Brunswick in Canada, and they're typical of what's being used worldwide. There are probably loads of recipes for all kinds of chemicals, cocktail mixes that they're putting up in the air. And I would imagine that the recipes for all these things, or most of them, are kept under very tight security. But research journalist Robert Lee did some digging into this subject. His findings were published in the Richmond County Daily Journal. I took a screen print here so you could see what the article looks like, and I put the link to this article below in the description box. This Daily Journal article reports that the average lifespan in America is declining, most likely due to chemtrails, the poisons, toxins that we're consuming from these. And also mentioned in the article are higher rates of mental dysfunction and other health problems. The article goes on to say that water samples taken from the top of Mount Shasta in California have aluminum levels high enough to kill animals. The aluminum level was nearly 5,000 times the maximum poison level for drinking water. The best way to clean your water, or make sure that you're drinking clean water, is to just get a water filter. There's all kinds of water filters out there. There's filters that filter your entire house water. I just have a little Berkey water filter that is non-electric, so it works when there's no power. Our power goes out a lot out here in the sticks. But basically, these contaminants that we're talking about, they travel downward through the air that we breathe, and they settle on the ground and in the water. So to breathe cleaner air, you can get an air purifier. Now, I typed in air purifier, and here's a screen print of several different models that just came up on a Google search. But when you're outside, the only way to be certain you're breathing clean air is to get one of these. And most people are not going to do that. I'm certainly not going to. The rest of these images were captured today by one of the FAA cameras in Colorado, Wolf Creek Pass, I think. This celestial object has to be really close to Earth in order for us to see details like this on its surface with the naked eye through these weather cameras. As you can see, it's highly textured and has a really fast rotation. So one way we know that this cannot possibly be a lens flare is its rotation, because our sun only rotates once every 27 Earth days. And a lens flare is a tiny reflection of the sun. The inbound planetary system to which this object belongs is now close enough to cause a dramatic increase in earthquakes, volcanic activity, and extreme weather worldwide. And I think you've all been hearing about all of this. If you're not, you've got your head in the sand. And what you are seeing here is a sign that we are living in the very last days, according to the Holy Bible. In the Bible's book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25, Jesus tells us that we will see signs in the sky when the end of the age is near. The close approach of this system will usher in the Great Tribulation, which the Bible describes as a terrible time of God's wrath upon a world full of sin and abomination. Most people won't make it. But the really good news about all this is that faithful believers in Christ are not appointed to God's wrath, the Great Tribulation. We won't be here during the Great Tribulation. We have God's promise on this in many places in the Bible. The New King James Version of Luke chapter 21 verse 36 reads, "Watch therefore and pray always that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass." Jesus is referring to God's wrath, the Great Tribulation. He is saying that those who are counted worthy will escape all of God's wrath. To be counted worthy, we must be living in holiness. A link in the description box below discusses what holiness is and how to achieve it. The next few screens will tell you how to accept Christ into your life and avoid being here during the time of God's wrath. Simply pause the screens if you need more time to read the text. And thank you for watching this video.